Sometimes parents of children with autism will ask me, what can my kid do during their free time?
My name is Nancy Marchese. I'm a board-certified doctoral level behavior analyst and a clinical psychologist. My goal is to help 2 million children with autism and their families by transforming their lives, and I can't wait to help you too.
Parents can't be around their kids all of the time to occupy them, present them with fun activities, interact with them. Sometimes we need to learn how to keep ourselves busy. And especially when we're younger, this involves play or leisure activities. This is a super important skill set for children with autism to develop. Now, often what we see is that it's not that kids with autism can't find something to do, but perhaps it's only one or two things that they have in terms of skills when it comes to play or leisure, and it limits what they can do during their free time or leisure time. And not only that, why it's super important is that it limits the way that they can interact with their environment and therefore learn from their environment. One of the really important things about play and leisure activities is that we can learn through discovery and exploring new things. So here's how I think about this. I think about it almost like when it comes to play and leisure, you have a toolbox, and there's only so many tools in your toolbox. If you're restricted by the number of tools in your toolbox, then you're always going to go to the same tools. So, for example, if the job calls for a screwdriver and you only have a hammer, you're going to keep using the hammer over and over and over again. Now, that's okay for some jobs, but it's not going to be okay for all jobs. So, needless to say, development and expansion of play and leisure skills, especially independent play and leisure skills, serve so many purposes. It serves purposes when it comes to learning and discovery. It also serves important purposes for family because mom and dad sometimes might be busy, or they may be cooking and or doing other household things or interacting with siblings, and they can't always be there to present their kids with things to do. So, what do we do about this, given the sense of importance we have when it comes to play and leisure development? Yes, we can increase the number of tools in that toolbox. We just have to work on it. We need to expose kids to new things to explore and learn and enjoy from. Show them new ways of playing with toys. Could be the same toys in different ways or new toys. Good place to start, closed-ended activities. What do I mean by that? I mean, they are toys that have an obvious beginning and an end. So a puzzle is a great example of that. But there's many more. Toys that have push-up buttons on them, or books perhaps that maybe have little buttons where they, give off different sounds that can be matched in the book. Those type of activities that have an obvious beginning, you start the book and you end the book. You start the puzzle and you end the puzzle. Once you get the knack of some of those and you have a variety of those, then we can move to open-ended toys. So things like blocks and train sets, cars, dolls, kitchen sets, and beyond. They don't have an obvious beginning and end, and there's lots of different things we can do with them. And then ultimately moving into a more complex skill, which is pretend play. So we look at all the different facets of play. We expose kids with autism to them. They also get to know what they like and don't like, and that's okay too. And we break it down into small steps, just like we do with all of our ABA tips and tricks. We set the bar just above where they're at. We help them learn how to play with that toy in many different ways, allow them to discover too. They may invent their own ways of playing with it, even better. And then we want to have the party deliver that reinforcement for every successive step along the way. Follow all of these tips and tricks, and you can help your child learn how to occupy their free time in a really meaningful way that allows them to discover things, learn new things about their environment, and plus be able to learn how to keep themselves busy when other people are busy too.
There's only so much we could cover in the short amount of time we had today. If you found value in what we talked about, go to breakthroughautism.ca, join our newsletter, and also follow me on my socials.